Yemamo Ajo ene enyumri ewo Kessben television so. Adwenkyere jumadi ene enyumri yatenasia yede ebrem free samre kopense nondu ebebo ena enei omai Ghana mu ensem ena yatenasia yebedi eho enkomo ewo kasa fidie enso eso na ene ensem no edoso na binya daje na ya room na yedi ho enkomo yi se de wo se yedi no pepepe ama bibia nso etimi akọ wano ne tote enso ede ama yen enso na sei ena ensem no etie yebehye from enra ena the two glory or glamorous political parties work Ghana ha MPP ena NDC bomo Frank Tufo ekopiem ewo Electoral Commission womo baby omwo enomko file omo nominations. After the filing of the nominations, Enra Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumiana ene na bedi echire ene won hokafo ene party mpanyimfo ne bi ene kopiem ewo yisi office by 8:30 pepepe na chese womo eduru ho na chese bibia nso ekoye enso ede ama womo ewo ho na owie yode nsema hodo etudwa yebekwa akuti bi na afei Ura Johnson esedu nketia enso eneko file emma the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama. Ono so wieye ede ensem ahodo enso etudwa. Yebesan ahwe wale city no. Ene ya yekasei incumbent MP ewo ho eye honorable Areba Abudu say watwe no ho ede free race no emu na eno so yede ho nsem ebebrɛw ewo dwumadi enso eso owieye no the General Secretary of the MPP Yonra Justin Frimpong Kudua enso ede nsem aba betudwa ene basabasa ekɔ waka ho nsem yede ho nsem ebebrɛw enso ewo dwumadi enso eso ene sabejafo betrasia yebehwe the filing of the nomination yewia ni abomodin na yabumu esuko ni ahwe ensem titru a mpanyifo mienu no ekasa wa ase na ba ko kasa party office meka MPP Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia kasa party office ena Johnson Esiedu Nketia enso ekasa kire ni party for emmo some directives sa directives ye nei the former president Edna no aba betumu bi yebekwa ba ne yedi nkomo ede afa ho yewia yebewuram na yahwe enei party no emienu one manifesto no yebe epeke an aspect of the manifesto mame emfanto dwa say yehwe job creation because enei emebunu no na esu se adwuma ho ayedin ede amawo mo ti free sabria kopen say non du ebebode ene yen entenase wo message awadaroma now they are 0537 333 933 0537 333 933 yasabeka na yakenkan ewo dwumadie so amaw medin ede Kwabena Owusu Dankwah yakaso dwumadie no nyina akua PSC asarebedi akon ena ahyehya yede ebremu enei mayenhyase emfa emfree Honorable Lareba Abudu ho wachokrata ediaba se watwe no ho in the interest of the party tiyanko ne yanko tiensam na odi tudwa no ebiwia the General Secretary enso ekasaye eno so yade eho ensem no enso ebepremu tiyanko ne ntie Lareba Abudu ensam odi tudwa
inclusive of yesterday this evening. I think you know what is happening in Walwale constituency following the inconclusive of yesterday's promise or rerun. Now the EC was not able to declare a winner. So based on that, I've decided that I want to step down and will not go contest the seat again. I'm doing this for the sake of the greater New Patriotic Party and Walwale constituency. I'm doing this for the sake of unity, peace, love for the constituency. And I also want to urge the President and Vice President that I'm doing this for their sake. So I want to thank each and every one of you for always standing by me and always supporting me. I'm very happy, and I want to encourage each and everyone to take peace as a stepping stone and let us all come together, fight and win this seat for Ghana. I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Ti we Lareba Abudu some of the two edwa obekaya nano kwesiara na mko by election because courts and the two just elections no flawed enti almost sign soma nullifying no mokotena se koto aba na kwesiara no snatching of ballot boxes and then nkron ba man some no kopiem e police station we as na electoral commission say ballot papers ne bi no asay enti omuntimi and declare say we na win and as when and win no enema honorable den sama betudwa me anko ne the general secretary of the party Yinra Justin Frimpong Kodua and some waka fa womo ayachomu edomako police station ho
Ibi akoso prefecta ordinary disem eto Ghana for them enra na so need say elections akoso wale MPP internal elections ni every say na high court I watermali ashe say abaye to no wale yes akoto no fofo bibi akona so nbiem ebre do say ye be kan aban ana penche because wo te no Ghana Police Service edigina mu ehwe se basabasa bia nkoso na sisi ye no kase no ye ja bibia ma Ghana Police Service se omonhwe na de omoye no ma yetutu asema ama abato na repair no omo ema emrane ni akọ indi no MPP e party e be hyebo akase ye nya bibia e between Ghana Police Service mu amoye no akonachi etoso biem so na me bo achina National Executive Committee kuwa ehwe parliamentary abato OMP mu behia no musia yebetie ensema stakeholders a omo call elections no e de baba to ye any no me esi wo any reporter elections committee no any members ne bebre no yetie ni nyina wi na ya take decision e wo koyenim se if ya da no electoral commission ebe close nomination no obia ntimi sanko pali we are mindful of that time the kwakwa ne se mesre party fo nyina ne Ghana obia wotie nyina se asem no asi wale na dia party no so enye ye fe we say MPP party no ya bakosem ni yesu nyina a kire se ye party adi kamameka bitum ye party a ye ma emra eye aduma enti bibia si bia no enya de be so na omo bebo asem ni bia no party na no eno.
All right, we the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Frimpong Kodua, and now Ode and some etudwa. Ma yanko na fi yenhwe enra and the New Patriotic Party, led by the flag bearer, and then omo kan ho bi the running mate, omoni omoyerenom, the chairman of the party, and in paying for who do kopiem or the Electoral Commission, one more baby on crying, echo file nominations. Young corner for young summer a course, and after that, in summer, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Eddie Tuga.
It is clear, and our opponents a year ago seemed very confident. But today, rather than being confident, they seem very angry as they see themselves losing this election. Let me give you an analogy. a driver was to take a bus from Accra to Paga, and he got into the bus, and before he reached Insawam, he broke down completely. He did not even have enough money to have chalk in schools. Teacher training allowances were cancelled. Nursing training allowances were cancelled. We had to live in Doomsaw for 4 years. The National Health Insurance Scheme was collapsing. National Ambulance Scheme collapsed. We had a banking system which was in crisis. He told us he wasn't a magician to create jobs. We went to the election and we decided as a people to get rid of this bad driver. And we brought in a new driver along with his driver's mate. Nana Akufo-Addo came with Bawumia, and we got into the bus just before Insawam to head to Paga. We moved very quickly, and everything has gone reasonably well. We faced storms along the way, but we have managed to get the bus from all the way from before Insawam to Wale Wale.
We the presidential candidate for the New Patriotic Party, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia, and Otin Kano. Afi mienko na yenkotie the party chairman for the National Democratic Congress, Yenra Johnson Adwenkyere, after the filing of nomination for the presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama.
If they don't comply, what will you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters and present further petitions as to why we think that they should conduct themselves in a manner that will guarantee peaceful, free, and fair elections. I hope you will be with us, you follow us, and that takes us. Thank you very much, and may God bless us. Those of you.
We the party chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Adwenkyere. Okasa nsemi na the flag bearer enam sampa onoso sisudua say nyame yaduma 17th enena woche pepepe. NDC fo nyina NTC Montenso na omonko yesi offices na omon forso omomunye ne sebe benya peaceful fair elections and also ye the free honoma buyer. Right. My uncle Ghana Bar Association a conference Kumasi KNUST na ho na omoton suffering penifo ahodo bebre say omomra na omne nyina meka mum na omo en toato adwene emfa Ghana ho penifo ne bi Nana Dankwah Akufo-Addo ye mampani emma Ghana ono ani mu no lawyer na opie ho no de nsama ahodo bebre de atudwa yanko ne ntie nsam ne bi ebi fa free SHS ho ebi fa corruption ho ene nkron ba ahodo bebre yanko ne ntie nsam ne bi a Nana Dankwah Akufo-Addo de tudwa.
Association during those turbulent times stood as a bastion of resistance to authoritarian rule. We were the voice of the voiceless, the defenders of the oppressed, and the guardians of the rule of law. Those were challenging times, but they were also times that tested and reaffirmed our resolve to the ideals of democracy. As a lawyer, I had the honor of representing clients from all walks of life, those who had been wronged by the state, those who saw justice in a system that often seemed stacked against them, and those who simply needed someone to stand up for their rights. It was in the courtrooms that I honed my skills as an advocate, but more importantly, it was there that I deepened my understanding of the critical role that the law plays in safeguarding our freedoms. The Crown has always informed my approach to governance. I have sought to bring the discipline, rigor, and fairness of the legal profession into public service. As President, I've worked to ensure that the principles of justice, transparency, and accountability are not just mere words, but are in fact embedded in the fabric of our governance structures. As I prepare to hand over the reins of national leadership, it is appropriate time to reflect on the journey we have traveled together over the past 7.5 years. My presidency, in many ways, has been an extension of my legal career, a continuation of my devotion to the rule of law and the protection of the rights of all Ghanaians. One of my first acts as president was to ensure the independence of the judiciary. A strong, independent judiciary is the cornerstone of any democracy. It is the institution that Ghanaians turn to in times of dispute, and it should be above reproach. During my tenure, we have worked tirelessly to strengthen the judiciary, ensuring that it has the resources, the independence, and the integrity to fulfill its mandate. We've introduced electronic filing systems, reducing reliance on paper-based documentation, and streamlining the judicial process. This initiative has not only expedited the handling of cases, but has also enhanced transparency and accountability within the legal system. Lawyers and litigants can now file their documentation online, access case information, and receive updates on their cases in real time.
President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Dankwah Ekufuado, mpanyinfo ahodo bebree enso ekasa wo dwumadie no ase lawyer Yaw Echampo Boafo ona a president of the Ghana Bar Association ono edinsem ahodo etudwa kansem fa a free suggestion ho ene ne nkro ne ba ne nyina bet eno de yemfa eno enkonko na enei nyame ayamadom menya Raphael Oseiusu ono oko Atwumanwo Beja North MPP on Chotrofo eno no ono ewaha sanso ena the almighty Kwame Patrick, Director of Students Affairs and Elections, Ashanti Region, NDC, Wanonso Ewaha. Kwaba.
Enria.
Kwaba. How you
Yeah, just to say.
Ah.
No, be more Kwaba.
Akwaba.
Also, what is Kwaba?
Yeah, now will be birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, I mean, just to say, I know it's too.
Same to you.
Happy birthday. Yeah, just to say. Happy birthday, just to say.
Oh, many happy returns.
Many happy returns.
Okay, you know, I can't same to you.
Yay, Kwame. Anyway, well, your friend come to training show. So message afafa 0537 333 933 0537 333 933. We Adwenkyere enye entokwa. Enti me say from the filing of nominations by the two candidates, one all by himself and then flanked by some important personalities at our party, the other done by the party chairman. After that, no, now we are here in summer afternoon at the 2 edra. Kwam, Mamesha said, no, Mamesha said, very rough. Na membra kwame. Raf. Say the Jebo, when you file every.
Yeah,
say the until your track was Friday won't. Yeah, Resabia and some Babahua. Let's talk about it.
Enchia, I say for near her phone. Teacher, ne, Achman will be a journal for Enra, ye PC, a Frank, your boy, your born Chidom, Emma, on also Eco File, a war barricade. She said, baby, I had drawn it there. All hands on deck. And ye peace in Kwajma, a yin Ejma. Say, Opesa will justify your inclusion. I always say this, but will justify your inclusion in the next polling station elections. This is an opportunity for you to justify your inclusion. Until Yenrianuma, yes, 5. Say, yes, and the 15 Abeka home. Certain way now also share the entire polling station executive. And he said your plan next year no. Electoral area house to house no. Coordinator Boma, everybody should be present. So there be a house to house no ebe koso na. Your messenger deno. Ebe koso wa to ama Ghana for. So say ebe to abanewi December 7th. Enra was one of the greatest times in the annals of your party. So for the first time in the history of the party, you will be a Sabininchi free assume as a flag bearer. Now, honestly, you are, even though you're dear, but what makes you a candidate is when you submit your nomination forms. Now, if you easy go through and say there's no problem, it's then that you become a candidate. And now, significantly, from there, they went to the national headquarters. Now, a campaign chairman, Dambuchi. Now he was on stage. Kwabena Owusu Japan was on stage. Your former national chairman, Freddie Blay, was on stage. And Intim was on stage. Significantly, the NA Patrick and said, we have had the general secretary in your position or the Barbem. In your general secretary, you were Bema or some retaining. Near what chairman and your position or the by. Now, chairman, I know what you were Bema or mere retaining. Now everybody is coming on board. Now the rich experiences that they have. Oma Kabum said they be maintaining power. Now in your pa, at the some Ghana, mine, you be koso aye. As soon as when the flag bearer had the opportunity, I say, Ghana for young cast here really na. But these are our records. This is the data. NDC for some jidi say Muba Bemu, this Fourth Republic, who come out binding in album, and so can in album. Bring your data. Let's also bring our data. Now, Yamagana for who dear yaye, any dear monsmaye. Then the Ghanaian voter will decide dear medemi to me mana. Obeto aswamem puntu juma amagana akwenenim. Then we had the opportunity for NDC so a year era, Adwenkyere, to also go and far. And also finally we know the Okacha Ghana for an say 17th September. NDC for the whole Ghana, all the 16 regions, a mobile demonstration. So clearly, the distinction is there.
What is the distinction?
The distinction is that someone is continuing preaching his message. Then by console there, and I'm say loose Esther at him. He stopped. Oh, Charlie, I'm here Lusu into Lusu and all the question.
The concerns not raising to you, and yet genuine or only genuine concern.
No.
Say they are pressing home for their demands.
No, you see, you have the right to press home for your demands. Me can't there be said there's no perfect system. Institutions never honor the actors of the institutions and the system near perfect. And when there's challenges, actors no, and a boa na aye perfect. You started Fourth Republic. Your voter ID card, na tampon print. Intinye ni pen nim kwa na ho of we went through. You saw a pig ballot box. It will move soon. It's one more. You don't even see what is in. We went through that stage. Ya ba bedru biometric. You must say okay. When was the last time I would say yeah kotwaba? I will be quiet or see me deem and what percentage do they constitute? So call until now say they were you decentralize your electoral system. Or now even your voter ID card they go through and allow you to. Okoni en humpa, there's a written one and no the registration always then they go through. When people are able to ascertain, oh really, this guy Otia, they allow you to vote. You had the opportunity to present the nomination form to the EC. EC to what? Tell her the challenges that you are facing.
So
what next?
Still,
what next after the demonstration? You're satisfied.
Because
EC is working with law.
Questions. BVD machines na ayirambesi na omo ayechi omo montehi emfa ho. And afei omo hu say voter electoral rule make a voter register no. A lot of discrepancies ewom niam mu enna ho fine enti omo die so omo beto mo yema ye former forensic auditor na audit.
Okay. You agro na eba ofie. Na odiam de kase me kushia. The issue is that EC on your police. So BB you report to the police. If it's criminality, it's a police that's going to deal with the criminal aspect.
They are looking at the circumstances of us, you're right. So almost say under the watch of the EC or a surveillance or no check is and still the name of to me here.
And Pacho what to say yachi any paba.
Yes, I want someone.
Yeah. So obviously the police are working. Okay, so say kiki so person here wa dwuma ye. After jam ye hu you. Elections are won at the polling station. Yeah. You see, Ghana baby I yet me nyame adoma me abedru no. Now, when you go to the polling station, before you go there, me ne Kwame atu anyina ye beko polling station ho no, ne you register. You oni pa dodo a ya register mo. Ballot sheet a dodo a ebeba. Ye wia ye hu ballot dodo a ye issue ye. De ye issue ni ate afim ni hu de nyae. Oba me constituency, for instance, Atwman will be a Janoff. You're 150 polling stations. So at the end of the day, your coalition center one more. We are looking at 150 pink sheets. Now, polling station one more. Your real results no. Your man will be a party bia no or be a registered no. Your man copy. So I send 150 to the coalition center to make sure it tallies with what a year. And don't forget you sign to it. So at the end of the day, pinch it back because almost some my near will be a copy. So at Santa Regina, I have 47 pinch sheets. Is it difficult for a party that want to win power to manage this? I don't see. You see, if you bastardize the institutions, NDC, EC. I'm an NPP, I be winning power. So the first the EC, the current EC, was appointed by Nanado's government. That don't mean so automatically NPP be winning power. But you see, one way the more who bastardize those institutions, no. To be honest with you, your political party, among your same you want cophobia. Dear Etria Becano. They take it as the gospel truth. It calls for unnecessary reactions. It is a chairman Bekase. There are some people who are listening, and the unfortunate thing is that they may act when there's no need for them to act. It is how the air customer. It does not make any sense. It does not change anything. Okay. Sir, Obekase, Maka. In any case, Muka said there are some discrepancies with Western region. It was a central region. EC came out admitted, say, these were the challenges, these were the problems. Yeah, Ejuma. Yeah, exhibition. How many days? How do you say, Yamfa register, yeah, exhibition, yeah, you almost said, almost wear free. Now, yeah, whole, and some near the ama parties. The way I end this if we are sure, say, before see a bear exhibition, no, you had to register no more. Now you re-exhibition. Near because these are the changes, sir. Almost came. So why don't you wait? Let's give you the full register. When the additions are a bear muno BBR, then if you go through, we sit together, we go through, and if there's a need for us to do that. But the process, the real process, no. Meanwhile, you are calling for another thing to be done. I don't see why this cry.
What said Dr. Manebo Amakanya? Or say some of the errors are deliberate errors, all aimed at helping one political party say obeying power.
You see, I'm not surprised because even within their own party, someone says he was not able to even manage the election process here. You see, if there are errors, NDC does not correct errors.
They can point
it's the EC that has been mandated. So bring that problem, bring it. And let's sit. And yet, they will not change anything. Because in any case, your stakeholders
are humanly manipulated errors.
So bring it forward.
Almost a month for now, I said I manipulated. Transfer of votes are.
Bring it forward, bring it forward. We have other stakeholders. Let's go through. Resolve it together. Obia trima and fine. Unkojina one echi. Now padi or papa or no now papa say twenya. Ukofu obusu afu nyina aba say yenkwaji. Let's sit. Round table. You know stakeholders so. And yen this if one kwan the stakeholder election we mu. Because yen say adwuma ya no. We are going to win and win well. Yen pe blemishes via to this winner ye pen. Let's sit. Yes, scrutinize it. If there's a problem, tama easy. Why your registration now? Or cast or limiting it to your friends say district centers no
offices.
NDC can't be. MPP can't be.
By the way, it looks as if
there were other political parties.
Why are quiet?
We are quiet because they say process new way, so we are not going to jam the gun. That's why we are quiet. Exhibition and last week or so. Yes, synchronize it. And son of register na be full ayaka okay, yeah exhibition we mu near you or my film, we mu no mu ni ho. We mu na wu. Now for your political party be here be. I know now when you have a challenger, IPAC, we all go and sit. But maybe problem they say. What could EC boss net way? The cameras are on you. One in the left hand, so much trying to here. Tell her your problems. You don't go outside and go and tell your party faithful say 17th. Matter. They say politics now, no. And yet today no, me my catch the my can what happened. Say your generational leadership. The leadership of yesterday may not be relevant to any the course any. To be na ya to aberie na se dun ketia nim se NDC for genuinely o ma lose. Na still ofra emeburu kogu street so. Kogu street so. Na koye dede na okokota akoka say I don't have the resource. Enye bi newu. People are busily working. People are working.
All right, Raf. Thank you.
So onye bibia na
Mesaba
kan. Yebefa.
Mesaba ni ahwe like
you think through again.
Ba omia insem no so kan. But my member kwam ho na fe yen compare the filing any insem epimtitu from the chairman of the National Democratic Congress and the former president and so did not know at Tumubi. Young Kona ENT former president and so some kind say Omonko EC office.
You voters register na buy no. You and you might be atosin e wo register num na say ye pese abato no ekoyie na asumdwe etna Ghana na e wo say Electoral Commission sorry eye omodwuma yie e wo say omohwe sa register ni yie na enyoma enye e wo register num omohwe no musiesie ntem asani atoaba nti NDC de ye chairman ene wa announce say ye beye oyekire bebia Electoral Commission office will be a district office sa krodiano NDC for sa da no ye be share entade na ya ye demonstration akoho say ye chiro madwin say register no sorry enye ho bibi. Until on the 17th of this month, NDC is going to demonstrate. In every town that has an EC office, our chairman has announced it. NDC, you wear your t-shirt and you go and demonstrate to the EC office so that we can put pressure on them to do their job and do what they have to do in order to ensure peaceful and transparent elections.
We the former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and also Ade Nano Aba Abetumbi. Mamenko Kwame ho na on that same score na yenre. Bam. Ade insisi die na esi. Gidie no wahi. Na institution na akohwem elections so na according to the chairman say descend on the EC. Descend on the EC. To descend there, I know you. We can say descend on the EC. Kwame.
Ma minchia. Na minchia. Raf one chairman so.
Hey, assemble.
Minchia. Position kakra. Omo ba be calling to so mu ekro mo nchia. And so Nyankopon tiasi. Na Yesu wi ya wanka from no sorry e wona ni monyamu ka achakura abosome miensa ntem amamu boni ya Ghana fo mu hu madam Roma ye beje ho afiri tim hu ya na mtia yo man chia yo ye ba power mitwa na me kai sa aka 3 months am si ye kwa me ye pa ye ni Yakupon ti ye ba power na power na ye be ba no ke odinya ya no tra keke na ye de ka se ye ba power. If you say about one sensem na ye kano, I consider only say it's a process and not event. A idea a sha see baby na ko wie baby. Enya idea ufiti ya nesi. Nti say o call abato say oye individual, say oye cool, so oye political party. Na o say o pese wugina abato bia. Enhyehyɛ ya ye di gu akwan mu akopim ada ya beto aba no. Ese say omo ani di akiri. So amu ani akiri. Now tana ho ase ye se beto ma me ne nipa nyina beto ma me na register na ye de koto no ebia wo nipa du awo mo na beto ama wo no wan ko hwe register ni mu yie na ye be kwa ko wie na onipa na beto ma no ye omu di afiri ma election de kokko santokwa na emma because ya to din se brewe ye de ye register ho adwuma brewe obi amehwe so wan hwe na election day fancy ye ti na election day na ye be ba na NDC for say we asmesi din nim we din nim ma asmo obi abeka ne say bra ya de register na beto wo say mo mahwe mu din namwe. So it's a process. Bra ya dru se si ai Ghana fo amutie ni Ghana fo amohwen ene say abato nwoma na ya de to aba na efe no voters register no adru say political parties any abato commission any omo a abato ho sensem fo mu hu nyina no efi yani ko twa wisi ni edhwe mu hu say krata na ya de koto aba no papa. That is the stage we have reached in our electoral process. So, electoral commission and any nipa bi omo dwen to say omo to say MPP for no should get this right. About na ya koto na process. You starting from baby, you throw din, you limited registration. Baby ya dri potokasem we are at the cleansing stage of the voters register. And nunti na ya dia beto so obi amehwem na bibi wo ho ne nkoyi a ya kire. About krata no ni yie mu a na dika kasa abato commission we nyo ni abato commission odika ya waba ena we nya we ni abato odika ya to Ghana enu nti ye wo processes a ya na nso eja yesi new king new law sanka ni yie mu a ka ansa na ye bebie krata na beto abonte se Ghana fo nyina mehwe no Ghana fo muntie ni yo yen amanyoko na ye na ye di muntinteman a ye na ye abato na ye kwoto no ye di kan de krata na mayen e ma ye kura ye di kan hwem se bia bibi wo ma a ye betia abato commission na so abato commission ya ma migin mensa eda nu ya hwe bibia mfa om ho ombebo man no tena hwa ma ade ba bechi ama ya exhibition no ansa na omo de krata na ibrahim unim do omo ye na omo adwen ye omo se tatam ne de omo ntimi hwem se ade be cham ya koye ne de abre on tatam ne de untimi hwem na ye
ene ye wo assumption was
se sa na omo adwen ye omo
wo na odwen se sa
na omo adwen ye omo ke odi bo munim se ndc this time ya alert say de ye ni si da ho no so within a day ni ahwe mmoni mu nyina hu mistakes e wo mu nyina African na fo munti yes ye voters register se wo ye ke odi na ebia bibinti oto aba osubin but bibinti wakwa akodi mapa chrome adu chrome e wo kre e na also person we you vote no de call kre so aja say wo be nante akọ akọkire say mimi ke odi abato da na ye beto aba no madwuma de mekwa kopie adu chrome timfa mento adu chrome senior high adu chrome presbyterian senior high school mfa mento ho na meto ma aba se wo wankọ ho a bibi sentiment ye te Ghana he nyina sa na tie afi Ghana for abato commission ya agemensa eda nu nko abreso obi a onsole nkoye so okwakoye voters register ya de krata ne ba no ni ayiyi nkofo bi free constituency bi mu do mako different constituency without the particularly going there to transfer any vote that's the way what be one penny so Ghana ada you see crow we ho empanimfo wom
you want say a mistake and some of a mistake because they're okay. You find say mistake because I a mistake ma point out at
you you find say a mistake with all due respect to you we are educated we are teacher what try there for years your mistake and your deliberate mistake mistakes ya wa dia
we deliberate mistake
ya wa dia etimika so ye we dey betima pardon no ebi ni sen me dey Kwame Atua Patrick say am dey ma me dey aka the family Kwame Amponsan Atua se wo tro me din na ebi a Atua no adwemboni ba otrim wo pese me dan Kwame Atua so ata say na wo yi eni free wo na aye no Kwame Atua maka jo say nyam na me yi asantema ma aye no fa e ko hye ho ndi say me ko hwe me din about wo mumanim na me din Kwame Atua no na free ho e na aye Kwame Atua me beka say we dey error omo type no e na ama that is a mistake you can pardon but some me Kwame Atua me sorry nko say yenyi me din fa nko me ma micro match man be just out na me nshaya so na me to ba me nko e na be ba ni apega me de makwa to man be just out you don't call this a mistake
by then
and deliberate say o ma trust ye hu say oh ha say NDC for the nipa be 500 na wi ni sir how say so that is and the man is serious no
how will
and then NDC for so nko na yi wo mo what say so busa
NDC for nko na yi
naka NDC for na yi wo what is that people for that so mo so nko for be yi wo mo ke woni ko mo na ye di na about 40 o
because we want to be the people e be do hu say Kwame Atua ana ke odi o ye NDC ni ti ma me nyini free amfa no
Tamale South we're able to identify 56 of our members. Tamale South. In this current place, they do come. I have transfer or different constituency. Or man transfer.
So can there be other reasons? Say the other political party also ya transfer.
Yeah, 50 didn't come. What is say people for so about the say?
Oh, say other political party.
And oh, good. I go na the NDC MP. Your mama Canada senior. With all due respect to them, we mean business. What is say?
Patrick Kasaso. Oh, say omu weekly na so mo ase bi o ma.
You see here, Chroma. Ghana is the only country we have. Ya NDC ni MPP amene rafiti ha ye nyina. E kwa besi se Ghana ne wo. Ti dumre bi na asem bi ba ne ye di hu nkoma. Sa wo ya MPP ni mpo you should be able to say say de we de enye ntie hwe ne nka ne ye. Ade abato commission ye e bo man. Let's speak to the truth to this Electoral Commission. You see, mama yen tra ko manya nya atwem sa na ko wi aka se ene eye na ya mena anyu.
Ana mo kabia na e bo man. Mo kabia na
e bo man. Se ade no ti o yisi ti. So obi de ne ka be gina Asira house ha. No de ka nanim actually decide no because oh baby o ko yi di obefa as a for interchange so onye money ko baby aka na ni mu kire no as a for interchange ayese na na do amamu no obi ye nyina ye hu sa ade yi ekohwe ene ya hwa na ese a omde ekohwe amna nim tu gana ni bia nim se ese a ye damnam enti baby a abato commission nam no say ya hwe an correct na as stakeholders and me use the word stakeholders because oman nya ndi senior people for nko ade what I say that churches here churches ni bi wo members as many as 3 million ebi my investment even foreign partners foreign people or my investment to kroma sin oba ya santemam ha sin ya ya wo modern mofo bebere okrom ho obo ho modern ya papa Kwabena Kessben ya ti ni video so see obo ho modern wa investment bebere okrom sin that equally a lot of people they are not partisan but omo investment omo ho modern I take you years to achieve. All these people must be interested in common NDC dino because they about to commission mine.
So if
you see,
why don't you use the appropriate channels?
Appropriate channels and then
law courts parliament their bodies you can petition them.
You see,
for them to call them to order.
Okay, and tina me can say be mama chim na obi o ha on thing. And the time my boss say ye NDC for bi do makoko constituency bi afri mu because am before me kan omo de ye na ye kan ye de nti ye di enkomo. Ya yi NDC fo bi e do makoko constituency bi mu se be ya ye be lusu seat bi no. Ye de ka de beto abonten kan. Ye de beto abonten na boto commission ni nyanye ni hwehwemu kwa no be rubbish ye be di atem. See enim de ye kan.
Because yeah logic.
Oh nya butere. Ye provide the evidence in ma omo no say be press conference say the NDC for kan yampa. You see, this is an electoral commission who is going to run an election that Ghana faith in Nigeria so. My goodness. And people are sitting in this country as if say omu hu de ekoso. Your responsibility as a political party say see who are there be about woman ne nko yi a ye betwe Ghana for ne wo electoral commission wa adwezi so ya hu say ya yi nkofo afiri constituency bi do wa constituency bi a omo anko so omo kwa transfer ya da beto bonten dia to anim unya kura nya hwehwe mu say asema NDC kan yampa no odi ka issue statement abe rubbish yen afi ye de nyina so beto anim a hu say asem ne yampa no afi no asa be jet my press conference say NDC fans am omo kan no e no kwenti na wunnim unya hwehwemu bia e na wo be rubbish yen asema ye kan.
Is it not a step say they are ready to do what is right?
A step no dey ben e chere ni papa ni some wo mu chi
obedi to me and chere ko betumi still like I say well onyin to
say
audience oni mo akasa
Kodi enkomo na ye di no ho you see Kodi enkomo na ye di no mo ma yam pretend say yenim asama NDC kan no mo ntia ase o Kodi with all due respect o ye intellectual wo mo say wo tia as a host today but enkomo na me di enkomo me di you don't need to be an NDC to understand enkomo me di say time I raise the issues to say these are the issues I am finding in the register no under normal circumstances esa about commission no ekoye investigations we say NDC for kan eyampa wo akohwe o te say NDC for ka say na pe and oba abontin issue statement be rubbish ye say some NDC kan nyanya no kre na say eyampa for evidence mra afede evidence come out na de chin ye na boss manasara ye press conference agin some NDC kan ni nyina atum enti why do you have to come and rubbish it before so oba be jatum entabusa for oma jatum say sa bone no kom ba bedi omo jitu mu wie ye no na ye so aye ho ye election director ye wura omane bo amane ni team akwa abato commission ho na omo kosia say sama jatum dia ene na koya ye so ye fa so say ye ya ade na ebe boa ye ne say ye wa adwumakuo bi a de omo sua ne say se bibisa enko yi won kata se mu ni ade ade a omo mu ko school do mu ko sua ye no ye de ma omo na omo ya akosi boni frɛ bɔfo bi auditing na omo ahwehwe mu ahwehwe bi ahwehwe obi bia ye kan ndi say wo abato commission no de why ye kire say you don't have the capacity to do it. Let's give it to a private firm to say KPMG no omo audit ade ne nyina ye hu say oh the see anomalies ni nyako anytime we have about 3 months ewom anu de ye ya ebe yua register ni ma ye clean abato commission mu no ya ku omunu ya ku de ye kan de ontimi nye na just register phone na enko yiye na omayiyi enkofo di afrim di bia kwahye constituency bi mu no eno na ye de kwato sa ban and you think as a political party we should sit down and watch this happen in this country and you see this is sa niema we mu nti niema we mu ni niema bi akeka unti na yes yan sign peace pact no because you see we have a peace council in this country with all due respect to them today about to commission peace council for mo your Catholic bishop conference me pacho Catholic bishop conference for the about to commission and some make am hey So they won't say that. Is this how an electoral commission, a credible electoral commission, I had your my faith, should behave? Pennyphony imam for any packets for more chroma. And the electoral commission here, Abba, my intimate. And to say, Muslim, dear, now, almost Anna, Master Senior, you spoke for about 20. We are talking about the future of this country. Before my
the Electoral Commission, is it only also clean a register? And yes, and a Juma. And a Juma also has a credible register.
Sure.
But on oil responsible. I agree. I don't know the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt to the neighbor. Yamau all the opportunities that the man be no failing. Undemonstrative you see errors na ye di hu komo no. Enye man no medical dem obesa me san come chiana. Ma kire wo say ye wo errors bi yo ho a ye betima ka say we dey partnerable we dey we nipa e betima ye. Utru obi din Kwabena Owusu Dankwah no aye no Kwabena Owusu Pankwa ezu di no otisa no ye no p we can pardon you for that. But in a situation Kwabena Owusu Dankwah 19 course and transfer no na ye na free constituency bi na go ebinsi we yabakwa mu da satam kra na technology ni ho in the 90s 1992 1996 you started democracy you started your fourth republic na technology ni ho software in area simple no this kind of errors and see and to say sa error ni see now say your friend or partnerable mistake we cannot we in the NDC will never take that. And you see say nipa bi e wo krom asem penifo bi amka bi e wo mu ebi ma your man said the NDC is going to demonstrate on the 17th of this month. Every district be about to commission for more office. The NDC in that constituency in that district are marching to that. I know they are by Al Jazeera for Befa, CNN for Befa, BBC for Befa. All the stakeholders, Peace Council for now, security pact, support. We believe that when we do that, it will draw the attention of people who are pretending. You see, we live in a country just some years back, in about 8 years, 9 years back, we have institutions in Okroma. They were eventually commenting on every activity that was happening. Assembly basically piano mukasa Ebini Peace Council for ya come wasing. Ebini Catholic Bishop Conference. Ebini all the other institutions. Every issue they were commenting. All of a sudden. About we better na kunya so no. They are quiet. Omo voices aira. Omo pen no notebook aira. Is that how we build a country? Country now, your person will rough me no, your person inherit in the future. No? Is this how we want to? Is it a country we want to inherit in the future? And so you see, and this in Libya out here, me. Yeah, as a party, yeah, the car catcher must say about we, yeah, young cockot. Yeah, yes to Tiasia who sorry, yes to young. And then this is about we, young cockot. And yeah, me near the said the Musha, there be a party programmer, Musha, I'm catching me and I am any other. Baby, about to say about to commit and 1.3% Bonia Nobody. So what we have reached is to demonstrate and to be our one. It is not violence, a peaceful demonstration. On 17th, every NDC member, let's march to every district of Electoral Commission and speak to them.
All right.
Through that, people who are refusing to talk, people who are deliberately pretending as if who wake up.
That's it. Thank you very much. Good evening, Kyodi. I'm Sakwa from Cape Coast. Please ask the NDC man to tell us their stand on the Galamsey fight. Okay. No question. What the Abba Sakwa? No. Good evening, lawyer. My regards to your panelists. I think when it comes to job creation, the NDC did better than the MPP. Lawyer, the NDC has a better plan when it comes to creation of jobs as highlighted in their 24-hour economy manifesto. I urge Ghanaians to vote for NDC to change the current economic mishaps through the implementation of the 24-hour economy. DMB is just a talker. and as himself has admitted, Ghana needs to be reset. Thank you, Prince Kweku Ahima, Pig Farm, Accra. Okay, vote for JM for jobs. Oliver Jamasi. John Mensah organized MPP Cote d'Ivoire branch on essay. Dr. Bawumia will win 2024 elections because of the good works for Ghanaians. So far, so good it is possible. Phobia Wabwasi Tutuka said there is nothing good in the NDC anymore because we Ghanaians are fed up with the NDC and John Dramani Mahama. Our only hope is in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and nothing else. NDC dear, never and ever again. Greetings to our two MPs, Kweku Kwati and Dr. Boachi Yadom of Obuasi East and West, Phobia Obuasi Tutuka, and Oduwe Abreng and Anope. The two main parties are going to fight for supremacy on December 7th, but only one of them will win. We should bear this in mind and refrain from needless attacks and false accusations, especially when you are losing the battle. This is what will bring about peace to everyone. Dr. Kofi Amponsa Bediakon, Dr. Eda say, KOD, NDC Manifesto, is already falling apart. There is no substance, no hope, no ideas, and nothing to believe to the incompetent Mahama government again. Okay. Good evening, KOD said, John Mahama will lose 2024 election again. Mr. Deadgood, Dr. Bawumia all the way. Alex Owusu, Cote d'Ivoire. Good evening. NDC will lose again from President Mahama's time. For President Mahama's time has passed. The grafts and the way Abraham. We essay has the IGP heard about Adwenkyere recent comment. Hello, he should be invited by the police. Minim de wakadie. We say IEP as a siwa. It is completely disingenuous on the part of RAF to advertently refuse to recall the series of demonstrations done by MPP Let My Vote Count Alliance Group. In 2012, Nana Addo demanded for a forensic audit of the voters' register, and it was done. Didn't Nana Addo and his MPP see the essence of channeling their grievances through IPAC meetings? The fact that there is no war does not mean there is peace. We are sitting on a time bomb, and it's better for the EC to do the needful. Okay. Good evening, KOD. NDC members should list all areas of irregularities in the register and publish them in the papers for all of us to see and know those constituencies. If they cannot do this, they should stop such mere allegations. Majority of Ghanaians are more awakened now, and they don't follow mere allegations. Samuel Entry, Anu Kumasi, okay. Owusu Owabuasi Sikeo Masa. Let me tell you, if you have business in Ghana now, if MPP and Bawumia come to you, I don't get you. Have to spray them water. Hey, Samu. All right. Anyway, right. Mr. Host, this is a serious matter. Please, with all due respect, stop the devil's advocate. Let the MPP man do the talking. IB, watch what you're doing. So that is it. Right. We, as a good evening, sir, please, why is it that any party in power support all the institutions and the opposition party always have issues with the institutions? Isaac Kweku Sapon, Takwa, Isaac, Mesume Dwen Hosao, Asama Mesume Dwen Hosao, Debia Sanete. Please, kindly tell Patrick to say the truth. The question is how this, he knows that they were NDC members. Oh, how will you need to answer? Anyway. Right, I'm Nana Mwako from Enhya. I'm highly disappointed with the, please, someday don't bring it here in Pachopi. The continuous roaming of John Dramani Mahama and his supporters are doing, indicate that they have lost the elections in advance, therefore preparing the minds of Ghanaians as they did. Mr. Hade himself. Thank you very much. Good evening, host. Please. I don't pretend that you did not understand what the NDC man is saying. You are not in my head. Anyway. Right. How will you trust an EC incapable of compiling a credible register for a general election? The EC's actions and inactions may plunge the nation into serious chaos if care is not taken. Let's be honest as citizens. Greetings to Etria, Supremo, and Aduwe. Abraham, I'm picking just last one after Yen Twaso Ewaha. Chief Sosu, future MP for MENA. So is ex-President Mahama now telling Ghanaians to protest against EC? Ghanaians should not listen to the whims and caprices of General Adwenkyere and NDC, who have nothing good for the vulnerable Ghanaian. Greetings to my brother Raf and Dr. Ben Asante of Ghana Gas. Okay, enti yetwaso elha. Raf, okay. But Dr. Bawumianso Kasembia, to me we need to look at it again. Say a nay on a driver and driver being a nam no kudun swam na car and break it down no jaka ni na si hono be tam de ko wale. Why this analogy?
Mamenyi enema kitwa in free the two aka. You see MPP phone ka say Bibia EC we support it. So okay, once I make sure say when our cars or registration war district offices we came to criticize it. But you see, yeah, we don't jump the gun. Process new year. Challenge yet.
I got 3 months. Less than 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, exhibition. Is under normal circumstance. Exhibition they be free.
Does it mean exhibition? When any concern?
And you see, yeah, said we gave short code. Free. You are able to access and know.
So deal with
yeah.
In your constituency?
Yeah, everything will
come. General.
You pick the short code and you do it and you get it. But you see, Etina, and then we can say the Ghanaian voter is becoming more discerning than you think. Once say testers ni be busa say, how are you able to know say when we NDC for inti you omudin enkwa? Etu I say asofo ne nkasa. They will talk when issue now will raise make logical sense. They will not come and waste their time. In any case, another person asofo kasa. Now Kevin Taylor did asofo nyina atem no. Why were the NDC? Kevin Taylor di asofo ni mpemfu a o say omo ye stakeholders no. O di o matem no. Where was the NDC?
Does it mean that?
And do I need to tell you who Kevin Taylor is working for?
When it's happened, we need evidence.
I don't have to tell you this. I don't have to even tell you. I don't have to tell you.
Doesn't mean says will be a video matter.
I don't have to tell you.
More responsibility as what they are supposed to do.
They will come in when the issues that you are raising make logical sense. Because you don't come and tell me, Archbishop say, yeah, he did 3,000 a film. Only NDC for. It will never make sense to him. But when you make logical sense, I want to say in Chebia, the Cali Bishops Conference. I can't tell you, say, or make sure say, oh, yeah, near my ear. But didn't count. Easy and yet perfect institution. There's nothing like a perfect institution. We try near perfection. But and you're perfect. And there are ups and downs, baby. But when problems arise, these are the measures, they are resolving. And you see, the problem here on who said, sir, stakeholders no can move them. Say, oh dear, what if you now say, Debia, Jatebo, on Bebana, and Kramani Jinajina, and could train a war. Da Jatane Bano, what's him Jatebo, Omuma? As a noise now, oh my, yeah, Jatebo, Beconan, Carabine, and then I'm one, Beconan could train a number. Some noise no. Say a drew bro mo TM say Jateba. Omuma. Because already know when you did dinner, Omuba say no. Asema working. Ni turn head ni NDA. A former president. And so I could say, Obi answer the t-shirt. Right! And the Ghana for are more discerning than you think. O man the man no. Immediately.
That's a peaceful demonstration. They should go to the
EC. Say and peaceful. No say yes. And they're Ghana phone in Abedi actually. You don't keep your children in the house and come and tell Ghanaians or missing. They'll never go.
The job creation from both sides. But the Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumianso.
Me share say Ghana na ye won. Was a triaka say we are dead a MPP in NDC. Enti I say wako no plan station and our VIP. Now call driver back ejina ho no say. Mumra me fukano, mena 4 years ago. Me de car konya accident on San Womno. Ma nipa 20 wuye, but say my sister into mumra me fu. Now obi so say, oh, me na me di KOD echia esua de a ma say ma be perfect driver no. KOD car me no na esi won. Obi decided to be.
So when they decided they are perfect driver, now when they decided they could ditch, and when
now the ono de wakosha me na mama ni pa 20 ewu o say my sister etu me funu ke odu kwa kofu za aka no analo ya me ya ne say the one the party enim amu akọ contest amu lose by 1 million votes one na akosha gata enimu no ama ni pewu ena wasi o my sister no akọ do akọ VIP no be say me na me no konya asene by say my sister etu me fu na be fu a e wa wasem Ghana say baby aye drum enye just talking. Political science is soon at the ABS factors be na ma obi winning elections. If you can organizational skills, if you on my can resourcefulness, but at the about kwa yin from here the personality. Into kaya tema ye pre independent no. There be an the personality of Kwabena and Nkwa was aware. The personality ne be must say people assess what you say today based on what you said yesterday or your actions and inactions yesterday. That's what people look at. And yes, it ends there. So people are going to ask you, wasn't now you are creating employment? At first, say, when you had the opportunity, and then I hear about unemployment. Was it the case? Okay, so what we university? Nase, what we university?
Why job creation?
There be no now Casaman, Jarman, Mr. Jarman, Mr. And you was some, or the Jarman and
no, Busa say, and your papa we na, I ran no president. And cry we university almost more page man. Ne minister say, oh, and one there, so sorry, I no pa. Now for Boba Kuna de Abeto, or for Bacuna de Abeto, by Busomeno, now when ya 1 trip, no atom, and no yajuma. And I saw fast a kind, now come room, now we try esre, to try esre, or to try esre, now they are big quam, obi pibiamana pontia, now they are man job creation. And yes, our papa wena 2012. Nurses a real school. Etna fia coping so free a bam 1 for 1.
As it means so employee be cry. None at all. 3
batches from 2012 up to 2016.
Why employee be
the records are there. And on the buyer power 2017 in your backlog. I be foul. Ghanaian people will ask, Nanya papa we na, I'm on for share or mama school. Our far almost say omo shade. Na omo bo besia, omo bro besia 3 years. At the co school trade. Now I say me 3 months salary. On pay die. The question that they keep on asking. So and so sa papa na sa beka say mema moduma. Then they laugh. Say let's look at the man talking about jobs today. And read your year about jobs. Eti enye asem no oka no aka ne tra no afa ohodi. Yen say government is a continuous process. We are building structures ebeboa amadachi emebunu no adwuma omomre. It was we've laid mass emphasis on Tibet. That skills acquisition.
Where would job creation? Okay. Now can be saying that you're not managed to work about me and son your job creation.
Okay,
right. Until the emphasis on Kwame.
Okay.
But the baby, I would drop him here.
Oh, sir, we are the landing in
It's obviously the Ghanaian people will ask those questions. And the message is as important as the messenger.
What questions will some?
And they all can. Then the questions that follows.
More questions will some.
Question the Obia will be busa.
Because it's, if you're talking about the message, is equally important as the messenger. Yeah. Most more can say mobile and yamaso a form CD dollar ratio no beco form petrol homes and some beco form mobile yet is caso accommodating all these things you said. So also what that question
and we've given enough reasons why the system is like that. Yeah, we don't run from our question.
And there's also about reasons why.
So Ghanaian people want to listen to you. The Ghanaian people want to listen to your mama. The entire one fight Nipe man. Ghanaian people want to know why he cancelled nurses and teaching allowance. And Ghana Ghana for no. Ghana for person who's our questions. So a fat teacher for one much idea 3 years. No one to more come. Ghana for person or far doctors a year Juma 1 year housemanship. Our Mukoya 1 year 1 2 more can. Ghanaian people want him to answer. So no employment creation there. Can't afford person.
Let us see. We'll come to employment. Kwame.
Analogy now. Oh yeah, about driver name it.
And you so many.
Oh yeah, on tell analogy about driver name.
I send the doctor. We are not running here now.
Okay. Entikewodi. Say, oh car, wato, oven. Na me I wadum wato oven. O de opes o de adwuma na auto over no open driver ade over na nipa mi no abegina wanim so mo ba interview on ba no ba ko oye experienced driver watwika ni bida na sia onika wo de ampa ai
onya ase ni ageneka
ai wo de o kan na me nyusu ono ane de na nipa ko no watwika ni bi pen na okonya nkwanhia okonya
rap bacho
ana okonya nkwanhia enti bia ne ka no nyanye enti sia onika okay ono ne first interview obegina we okuta driving license ebi watwika bia be 20 years wako babia otimi kotamale otimi ko babia ba but unfortunately wanya accident de omo kan no enti sia ne ka no ye hu adwuma nti otifi oni adwuma ye no atese watoka eno waba wayi ne lances bibia akire o ono wa interview na wi waka na asem o wie ye no ena ka bi twam totro bi twam hu ya se totro na tiato gatam kan frikwan ma kwhwe gatani pu ahwi gatani mu a nipa ne bi na atete ebi nta atete na lucky mate ni ne de ohu ya fast no hurisi na mate no no huri frika na akwhwe gatani mu esi no no so ababe gina ho bi se mate se se obo bedo ka ama no na me so medi mate sa ka ye da amana yimu kura no mena na medi hu mate nti ba ka na ma on interest ani mu da onim ba bia kroche wo onim ba bia gi awo onim ba bia bibia awo ke odi between these two people mate ni na ono ka na hwe gatamu wani mu no
awosua ka ni
ohuri si ye no wontra sti ani mu da otimi betra no obusam se break way onim ba bia break onu bia crutch wo onim ba bia just like onim sti anu ho hwe omumienu hwan na do ka be ma
efa mo bia
do be
efa mo bia why because obia dey no dey man the evidence you are giving me no che say obia wo issue
ke odi o drive obi mfa ka mo ka to na
of course yes
it's just into the first so obi di ka bo ka to no che say unim ka twi
the degree of the accident
oh master o kasara mo o your knowledge me try the first say o do ka na mo obi do ka twi no e che say unim ka twi wasa obi on tenacity animu da o di ne bet u jona busan say we e dan a onim break onim clutch onim steer onim still start ka kra eni obi a watwika pen a obi di ka atwi ni ka ho pen wo de do mo ka no di ka atwi ni ka ho bia ne ka amo a ye ho adwuma within the two people why na do ka be man na mate ni no de ka ne man na se be obi ka na firi wo ya ademu kra be pe so compare driver ni foforo na da fa driver ni foforo na ba be so analogy na wo man e say bubo wa nobody in his right senses will give his car to a mate on chikada when there's an experienced driver there whether the experienced driver no when you accident pay and so why then if the experienced driver is in good condition na oye fit no oye bibia obia ni ho a obesa no de ne ka komo na metini but ni be this what the safama no say ho ya safama ko bo glass ni onim dode he so confused onim de this afa akra ye otraka ni mu say ya we busa say na e dey ne fe ne break e dey ne fe ne crutch so nobody would do that one analogy na we ye no esta bubo wa nobody in the right senses will give his car to obia onim car metini a onim car twi when there's an experience now Ninkoma na odia na oka.
Na so no we na.
Master, na won tell they say the answer this on ever better. Chrome Hayati. NDC ni MPP. Yan na Ghana Father Roma. Omo to aba omo to man. Aba we kana ni bia kana Christian hu bia nim say NDC be win. And am pass so NDC be win. Na yan NDC for no. We are not being complacent. Say the fact say na Adwenkyere Dankwah kufu ada momo yi ni amamu boni a ebe wiase ye hunu bi da mabe bo man ya se o man ya na omo kasa omo kan na John Muhammad twa teacher training allowance na sin training allowance you see eye propaganda ne politics nti ana masa nkomo no omu di ye ma ne to nipa bitirim and nipa bibira be hu say that decision na ye take ye no why before say ye ba be yi allowance na free ho no Yebe ya allowance na free on. Na intake in colleges of education average 8,000. Ke wo dite komo ya midi yo. Ye yi allowance ni free hono. E should to cost 16,000. In fact, na me boss ya me board member of St. Louis. There are minutes of board meetings na ma me for awofo ni bi. Atro krata dia breast St. Louis for ne say abai the quota abasa allowance inti St. Louis ya obetuma fa a school 4,000 you know allowance inti on for 150 pa ye awofo no ya ye ready say be fee paying ye be to school fees inti mama that is the stage we got to so this na you take here no enye bone na na pese di omo allowance inti school obetuma fa nipa 1,000 yes on for 100 enti ye yi allowance ni free ho no e ma nipa bebre nya opportunity the number shoot from 8,000 to 16,000 so but for the allowance there are a lot of people in the system now mo free omo teachers and community nye teachers enti the adwin ponitri mu pa ye di allowance ni free ho no enye say na e punish Ghana for it was to give room because training college be to say West School urama at say university so we are Kumasi West College da hwe facility omo asase omo bibia na buy say allowance inti West School ka betuma fa nipa 500 allowance di for 70 na nkura be say 3,000 as 5,000 at forms ni ye yimu 70 pe so ya je ku ba te say me wa haya wo be da urem protocol wom mpanimfo okrom a manfo do manfo be so nkofo nsa akọ enti ye tena se ne ehun say sa allowance ni sika sem ni nti a na say nya facilities enye achechefo be kira de ene ade de a why don't we take away the allowance na ye ntia o mu feeding ma o enti ye nya allowance ni keke o time and this work kunyaso bebre na ni 2016 day the communication was so weak we were paying feeding for training college for na feed about to o feeding mo o and dem buy o mo na tu o fees so we took the allowance introduce feeding and yes I increasing number no from average of 8,000 to 16,000 but politics inti o much allowance him na dey yakura na say ke odi a school for na ye yi allowance ni free ho no enti onya opportunity ko wura school ni mu no omo abi na say lead ade no na allowance ma na meanwhile say kanya allowance ni kwa ka school mo kwantima wura ho so that is ade I say ma obi a cha say ya metwa allowance ni mu because na amamo ni ntimi mu ye twa mu because we wanted to create more space to train more teachers so be nipa bebere omunya akonya me ya techrefon on betuma and ye no the evidence was clear and as I said there are a lot of nipa bebere system nimu na omo fra omo ho achechrefo a it is because of the decision of the NDC and John Dramani Mahama say ye allowance na front nipa no dodo na anya school ni bi nkon and mo ya achechrefo.
All right, thank you very much. Ye ba na ya behwe job creation policies or these two political parties on here and unemployment especially among the youth a critical issue into your baby no if they get a nod and some at the same time the nod no how would he convince especially those youth are omuni ejumano na akachom say ba ejuma bebuso no na yemra na yentwaso hanum na mefa other message kakran twaso na fi yemra na yembewie job creation ho essence. Good evening KOD, please thumbs up for the good work done. Please, NDC has nothing to offer Ghanaians. MPP all the way and the Cape Coast. All right, not the no. A champion Kauguchi Electricals and so EDB Abrene Enyumre. As the demonstration Mr. Adwenkyere is talking about is unnecessary. That is not a time. This is not a time to demonstrate against the EC, but it is the time of saying your visions. Better policies, better manifesto to the Ghanaian electorate. We, the NDC and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, do not have time for this. We are selling our visions and better policies to the good people of the country. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. KOD, please tell the NDC to boycott the elections if they think the register will not favor them. Kwabena from Asantiachim Agogo. Okay. Anyway. As a good citizen, they will fight for what is right. Anyway, good evening, KOD. I'm watching live from Manso in Kwanta. Ghanaians are living in fear because of the wanton pollution of our river bodies by the so-called small-scale miners. Small-scale mining is an euphemism for galamsey. Greetings to lawyer Kwesi Efrifa of ONA Chambers. Amekum Barumba head teacher Manso Adwenkyere DA Primary. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Said Ghanaians will vote for the one who has good policies from Jacob Kaswa. Ask the two parties, why is it that when they are in the, okay, that one has been read already. We say, hey, you know what they mean to me more? Unix victory from Kumasi. That's a South Africa for deal. Okay. Why always these two parties? Can't we try a different party for once? Good evening to you. And only a say to me, a no guhonoma. Nanka, I try for first one here. Good evening, Kessben. Good evening to your guests and good evening to your cherished viewers, Mr. Host. What happened in Walwale yesterday wasn't different from what happened in Yendi, and if the one who disrupted the counting of ballots in Yendi was punished severely, what happened in Walwale yesterday wouldn't have happened. So nobody should be blamed by the MPP executives. Abdallah Yendi and Odiwe Abren. Good evening. What does this man want to say that we should stop going to work on 17th of this month and go on demonstration just to help someone's father and mother to enjoy? We, the demonstrators, will come back home and sleep on an empty stomach. No. Ghanaians are now matured enough. No politician can help us. He and his NDC executives should go out to demonstrate from Sokodria inside Mame Krobo. Wow. Sokodria Yamishra. Good evening to you all, especially the MPP guy. The NDC and Mr. Mahama don't have anything for Ghana. Okay, we SC media houses in Ghana should take it serious and talk about it the way EC is doing things in Ghana, going to 2024 elections. If care is not taken, things will be out of hands from King Kaka inside Takwa. Okay, okay. We say okay. Bawumia has nothing to offer. He's field member of the government. He's cover up for Akufo-Addo's bad governance. Okay, and also at the end. Right, Alex Ramirez, tell NDC man that he is small. Oh, sir. So, money should man his speech. Oh, into your new opinion. Anyway, all right. Alex said, how they right, I'm afraid the new Takwa and Soem road will not last long. If you ply the road, you understand it. Good night, KOD. Good night. Tell the MPP man that he should tour Ahanta West, Takwa and Soem, Enzima, and Prestia Honi Valley District, and he will understand the depth of damage Galamsey has caused us as a country. The pastors, indeed, has failed us as Christians. We don't have good water in Ghana, apart from River Volta. That I don't know of. But in Western region, I can confidently tell you that our rivers are not good. It says, Ghana, in Shuba, ko pe any yankano, and no any Volta River. All right. We say, Bra Patrick. How can you tell us this story? Please say another one. Story, no. Okay. Now, dear, because of Nanado, we are educated, so we won't go for any demonstration because NDC has nothing good for Ghana. Even they can't explain the 24-hour economy. Please, let Mr. Patrick explain it. Okay. They are Mr. Patrick by, and I don't know. The Bra Patrick, okay. Bra Patrick, okay, no. We so dear, but hey, I check. It is only in Ghana where a rejected and failed president can tout himself as experienced president. On what basis can Mahama consider himself experienced person? Mahama is only experienced in corruption, but not in governance. Kekusi, I just saw say, Mempeke last two, Nafi Yemra. JDM's accident is not a small accident. Accident into doing so with high electricity bills. One for the Amba. Nana Mwako Ewen or say good evening, KOD. Please, it's not true that the intake of nurses and teachers training institutions has been reduced because of reintroduction of allowance. The intake has even been increased. Yes, that one I know. Right. Okay, Miako, a policy on. Huh?
What's the quota system? And I just
I was telling you,
say
proud
previously,
to that.
Previously,
I gave you figures. Even 2016,
teachers
teachers from graduating was 16,000 plus. Proud to that. So what are you insinuating? The all can make
now
the test and can make
managers.
I have not said that here.
If Ultra teacher training allowance and it shot up to 16,000. As you speak, over 48,000 teachers have been enrolled. I just said someone has managed it better.
Yeah, they are not only Hannah, only 3 years.
Policy on employment. Maybe also
Unim. Sir, Odo Wano, that we say, okay, no, Serena Meka said, Unim, so Unimajuma Unsrubuni.
That will be a shot.
Unim,
you have 10 minutes to do.
Okay,
Medasecurity.
Ralph, you're not time. Maybe 10 minutes, you know your wasama.
Antiquity. Sir, Odo Wano Kekebeka say, my restore allowance. Not 3 years, Obia Cotton School. In fear me and son. One year back, no real school there. Can this debate my view?
And you're no credit.
Say, Odo Wano Keke. Say, Odo Wano announce say, I have restored nursing training allowance, teacher training allowance. Now, in fear me and so Obia school, first year, second year, third year. Oh, nursing need go Alaji Bamianu Masewo, Techiman. Oh, nursing school, no Jananum. Yeah, we have bring the allowances. Also, no, Sana come.
No, is it too
much? But carry on again, the pajan, and again, say, so much, and I never miss it. So, Yana,
no, be ticket, no, see,
Dama, what kind of no bit to trim? That's okay. Was it me, Master American? If you are no bit to trim, obiti came, was still time I know Casano, and my no obiti trim, Maka, as him. And doing him in do at them. I'm only referring to what you said. Meet me do at them. Unim. Etina meka obase mi jai honka. Oko hono man o say enka oye flag bearer oye vice president o ko nursing training school o the allowance na ekodwe wanum ka the first thing I be say Bawumian team tin ya say we enti fa Ghana mo mu no if they were serious team mo nim de omo ya enka obedi ka check the current state of allowance na ye di kodwe wanum ni say etesen ye tuadusen Vice President Alaji Mamudu Bawumia ko gina ho na odwa nanum so ye bae nurse for ye the allowance amamo o ka wi na nkwa na edi na ba ko peja ne nsa abaya bi o bae na o say mampanyina be de akira o pe mampanyina di a ye beto abati a o di dwo nanum say mo bae mo the allowance aba me ba school 3 years ni na watch aka na watch pe na ma tro me fa na paper na ma wi menji boso me ba kokora da enti allowance na wo da be gina se watua no ewe Afedia, that be say asem any dance e twa bi di dance say kana Ghana 40. Enti say what do no keke. And I dey ka say ma restore allowance I can this bit my. Say what do no don really be more. The allowance na mo dey ma no keke restore there. Every government can do it. Enti ya wan say me can. Now let's talk about job creation. Say o pa ban ya oba o create permanent employment. O make effort say e mabunu benya adwuma eye permanent. Enye adwuma eye na ada te say napku. But adwuma unya eye afebo eye ndisi. On say ye ba ye na Nyankopon adom ye establish 2 public universities. On say Ghana ha o per party or bar otimi bie universities a NDC UDS obi anim out of the 10 technical universities the then polytechnics emu 7 was established by the NDC into your record ewo tertiary sector ne there obi antimi breaki into your bar no ye the 2 universities baako osunyan baako ohu sa universities ni mienu nko ano e ma Ghana fo a omabunu ni pepe adwuma ye close to about 800 permanent jobs. We are up cool. Say you has 4 5 6 7 we a gardener. Now the door mo garden mu krampa oda pay rules so senate ye ti bibia e adwuma papa. Ye wie ne ehun say nurses na no work no. Unim say obi asende abrem say we school 2020 besi na imposti no. Also okofomena nursing 2020 batch. Besi na 4 years what na fe imposti under your government. It is not Tiana why you don't say NDC for now amount for NDC for time and amount for nursing interview. You know, 4 years. We school on other son and I'm ho. Yeah, batch no for 2020 batch no more certificate 2 years. They are still at home. Ghana ni bianim. Ara yasi minim de meka under your government. But the NDC here and say sebi so be a nurse ni KOD. Na okosua nurse adwuma na owia. Ontimi meye adwuma o ba bia je say hospital. Inti ya adwene say you be expand the health infrastructure no so they be bit ma accommodate to
ti omonko school no montra ho an kopem say expansion be ban
nothing na on say udi nkomo na unya host a we intelligent say ya kwa nothing na NDC manifesto ya launch ye de migration policy program na ba be shemu say ye see hospitals MPP for start agenda 111 is a good policy. Senyo kontompo ni atra so we ska so be so hospital ka o si 10 bia no yes ne say obekate sword 100 na besi na ba kokra unwie but there whatever case abeka no
asemo kan no asagwa katua
oh me ka sem whatever case obeka no so obi si hospital ya ne papa that is the bottom line and so the besi hospital ni be wi ya e be fa wo mo no ebi ne se bi matena fie 4 years obi send them so watena fie 4 years no ten this manifesto no muntie ne mo matena fie 4 years no muntie we ekoma mo ya the migration policy bi ba de be ye ne say NDC aban nyame ya adom na afie besi mu ye ba ye ne other countries a omo lack sa skills no to say ye Ghana hey UK for omo de exams bi aba krom ha KOD so ye nurse ni na utro na pass pe na wa be fa ko. Last year, nurses according to Ghana Midwifery and Nursing Council, to UK was over 6,000. The children say, among the quality of Ghanaian nurses, in the end, this advance here, I didn't think a government, I approach UK government. Then country almost say, oh, you say, your nurses more interest. This time, government, I can't persuade their policy. Now, one try nurses do a more day, Muhia. You be brave of your Maria school munya adwuma. Near for mumremo, say by your contract to 3 years 4 years no ma babe. Enti no ni ade NDC dey ba you be a work on nursing, you be a Western physician assistant, ni ade a mutifie na. E ade NDC dey share manifesto mu a social contract e Ghana for who rather come out of my eye, betim do kopie Germany, betim do kopie UK, betim do kopie US based on the migration policy no. Enti no ye ade ya dey ebeye. Na 24-hour economy no eno so ye du twemu a na obi busa ya kire mu a bi before ne de say obi 9 na o say unya ne na KOD go be pa because on 9 24-hour economy nkire mu ya kire mu nyina no abi before ka kire communicators raf mo say mo kotara mo kase ente ase but Ghana for say omo so fa bi mra na ka Ghana for ye nkire mu ne so ye ente ase asatena omo ni policy bia omo so de abeto ye de at least ye de aba omo so omo ente ase ba Ghana for ente ase ente na mo fa say opportunity na mo san nkire mu bi 24-hour economy no ne tofa ba nyina ni ya ti Ghana hey ye mabu no mu ni adwuma nye no enya afi no mu wo school on ba be wie se de na obusa no ye wo thousands of them on my school bi kuta first class bi kuta second class up and ada omu tifia omu nya adwuma nye and this will solve problem na if you be short term and long term and prem okapi ni beka se prem ya dia na we ye na afi da achi so dia na be enti this ne president Mahama say and this in MPP you know be a promises so oba obe be enwuma obe create factories ni ade but so ka so be factory krampa asana obenya asase akope fans a obesi factory be wiwa bie sa wo fa nipa no ye be 4 years ni 3 years asem nipa na omunya adwuma nya no so no omutifie ene ye omupa adwuma aye ntidie na abe 24-hour economy no to fa bo nyina ne say adentina companies say established businesses omo ho dada omo ye adwuma no government approach omo na ye provide incentive package bi ma omo na attract omo nya adwuma na adwonka ho no omo fa nipa anunti se bia KOD Company Limited who provide the funds ya hu se wo ye adwuma anopa no nsia na wapon anwumre no nsia na mom enka wo demand ni bibia kire se ka betima ye adwuma na adwo aka ho but o se cost ni adade bia no wajai 24-hour economy ni de ba ne se ye ba KOD ho a yes KOD Company Limited abai pese wo ye adwuma na adwo ka ho na ye mfa ya no track keke na eka enam sa aban pesa wo ye na mabu no amutifie omunya adwuma nye no obenya bia fo mo ye adwuma ntino enka ne ato a ubetua na anadwo no senka utua 100 series wana wa bia ye toto ama 50 series eniema a wo kra e de be ye fonso no senka na udi uti no utua 100,000 Ghana series na de clear container bia ye de be 50,000 Ghana series ama afi ye wi a ye nja wo sa ko wo produce ne ma ni nyina wi a wo pese bia wo de bi be wo be export wo de akwa ye establish export council president akasa na be chairman we said it at our manifesto land
yes
say uwi o never na person we export to so there's a council in place omo be ensure say o never na wet my den I export to the akọ say KOD agitum say oh when yes had there 24-hour economy program mesa ni on later no ye adwuma anadwo now o meye anadwo ni dey because 24-hour stretch no untimi mfa nipa mienu per world standard say ofa nipa miensa because you see a we are saying ka obi adwuma wa adwuma 8 hours so o man pon no oko nti afia be ye 3 nti se bia KOD na no this screen etale so of phone ho a ene ye fa na se si a se ehia nipa miensa o this screen betale so ti ba akokọ nti ye say one job 3 people what I say ti ba akobekọ no apon awia na obi abefa apon be 9 na obi so abefa anadwo no amade ache nipa miensa straight away so obi timpotem ho no awie school no onya adwuma anya an opportunity has been created
estimatedly how many people and more deduce mo project say this 24-hour economy na mo de ba no ebetime employ na etime eyi unemployment at unemployment rate in so Ghana
untimi give you specific figure
at least you can project
because yes sense na me ba because it's a program that over ton idea ne the ama businesses for the business to sign on.
Yeah.
So before say obe starting initiatives, untimi crampon and project. But some common idea if businesses are Ghana or more running or more especially the manufacturing center or more stable no. So I'm be sign on even 70% of them it can create more than 1 million jobs.
If 70%
of business
to sign on.
Businesses have to sign on onto the 24-hour economy program. Can create no less than 1 million.
1 million
straight
people.
away.
Okay, so another question is that our big towns, Kumasi, Accra, Tema, whatever, small towns, no, so 24-hour economy. How will they benefit from the 24-hour economy?
KOD, so we are Juma or Kessben. Obe Timata now, but now we are Juma or Kessben. Even you.
Yeah.
And say 24-hour economy about company bu wale. Okay. Now we're signing on to now obi here nipa 1,000. Are you saying say nipa wale ngwa?
Me explanation.
Oh me say question am for because me answer am. Enye nipa wale ku oni mu nko a. Obi ti janga onim janga. Wale. Obi ti bande baby a nansen nso ko hohoro omo bridge say omo ade ama mampenya be de akire de helicopter kosi wa nansen nso to me ko last week nso na say bua say no bandefo obetuma free bande aba wale aba ye 24-hour economy. So the fact say rural community no enyi won free 24-hour economy. Because you take Ghana as here, KOD, you take Ghana as here. Obi te tamale, or you juma tamale, but the family war, ebi aboga. Okay. So it is not necessarily just because krokitu munti you cannot benefit from 24-hour economy. No. A jumani pie na se paya, anagalam say paya. Obi free, esirem, ebe chamanso, ebe because hona a jumano. So the job creation, you know, obi to say as mom because na say me we krokitu am na say company say e took months to see na say events Kessben assigning on to 24-hour economy. Na product Kessben produce ni nyina or say funny patterns too. Ni pete kumase ne de chamso ne ade Adwenkyere na benya adwuma. Dabi obi betima te krampo afrisirim na obe apply ne afa no. So ata say and 24-hour economy na edi hu nkomo no. Eni gisema esa won say ensa nipam. You don't need certificates.
When you need another problem like congestion at other places and say we migrate every baby ababe ye adwuma wo ha. Why not say baby corona nipa no?
No, I am only answering it to you, say. If say nipa corona area no, ebi ni ho a, say adwuma settle wo area bia. Ghana, you don't need a visa to move from one region to the other. And this is adwuma na apply wa say now wo expertise. If you go there and apply, you will be employed.
All right.
And see, me dem no na me can say 24-hour economy no. And say nipa mu. So I go school. So we go school. So what certificate? So any certificate. 24-hour economy to amanya adwuma ya. I didn't no need tiawa na mewie. Madam Fobi wo ka say or so me. Law court to so me. Where adwuma e bosses are no upon. Say ene ne kokasa. Na say ne so me no na adwen say okay, ne plywood no be bi no aye adwuma na adwo aka ho. No assign on to 24-hour economy. But okoye adwuma plywood mo so me ya the PhD degree na eko. So 24-hour economy. Enter before no abo mo pose no mo so unique. All right. Ade a say utimi you know say this for. Den kura no mutimi nya dey because e ka ba obi antini ase obi abedidi because so wako school, so unko school 24-hour economy will locate you. It's 24-hour economy ba ama Ghana mabuna nya adwuma ai.
Raphael, my mention most policy or kind of policy, no policy. Ongo kind of policy.
Yes. Omuni bintino. Makaria.
German
and security. And also be call on the
Cow policy. Raphael, me too.
15 minutes.
Mama na 10 minutes on.
It is all this
make up policy. We're talking about policy.
They
do time you will explain tire. Oh, obeche your mouth 10 hours cra the obekano which reach him then one which reach him. What's I mean no didn't come earlier on make I say the message is as important as the messenger. Free SHS, yeah, the track system by. Now, yes, enrollment now cost, but we can't afford to build all the structures before it will move in Aba. Inti enka adwene ye makwan 3 months. Now what we do now a diner dawa 3 months. Now e bi makwan no ma bafie. Na e bi akọ. Eno dwoma ama say two shift no. Osi nyansene. And two said the beya we will economize the resources are you want. Eti oka Ghana for no almost 3. The way we are a struggle. Now, and there might be one more. There be a macase. It drew Christmas. Nobody tell the tailor. So on night. So what down for a seamstress and a tailor. It drew Christmas. Or say, me bon night. I didn't know bon night. The demand is there. So there are some, and there might be if you don't create them. I say school near Okope school prefect. Now I say me some more to abandon my maybe school prefect. I'll make sure see entry exams be one way obey me 99.9. But the question that you ask, how feasible is that?
Nti 24-hour economy is feasible. We also deliberate inducements. Oh, so Oshama man for deliberately.
Baby anyame adom enam ba omia ene MPP aban ye dru no. If you are able to create a nema kakra bi in addition to what we have been able to do, we don't worry ourselves over those things. If you are talking about 24-hour economy with regards to financial services, with digitization, I can do whatever transaction that I want to do in 24 hours. Production sector, those that have the demand, there's no policy that's guiding them to do 24-hour economy. Go to the cement, cement, roofing, sheet. Once the demand is there, it's now, the resources is not there. If you ask people to run shift, 3-hour shift, you go and see people sleeping. LL, what's doing 24-hour economy? And then what the energy man? And then timber and India. Once it's not there, so the here was here dream and yansana. If someone want to think about 24-hour in certain areas, no, they have not taught it. Okay, Odi, be a Santa region, any greater Accra. And now, Oko DVL, almost a month for queue. And from January, actually June, you not go and see queues there. But in Biana me offer, Joe Seusu. Tamo DVL boss, Obuama in your private garages are almost be DVL humanity. To be honest, if you pa deco, my reporters uncle. It be the whole day no money about. Say, your digital system no a year juma, Ghana and Chile so say, and near ma be one more, and ne yent me and position ye who yenti. I'm a nipa bo personal. Tomorrow it will not be needed.
What will you do?
Oh, okay, let me come in there.
Because time near.
Yes, and now we are moving into the digital system. We are going to take 1 million Ghanaians, train them very, very well in ICT. Now, me know your cousin be. You see, my cousin be with US, and now you know about airco and also no on your IT. Why? Obet me your German with US obet na kumase ha. Was suya coding this and obey your Juma be pianica every month. That's what we are looking at. What is a SNET? SNET Electoral app was a software. The cost was around 78 million or so Ghana cedis. It was huge money. So when we train people, 1 million people in this area, either they are going to create more jobs by building up small companies so that they recruit. It's a says so be enya sa knowledge no. That's what the nipa ba ko beka ho. Indirectly we are creating like 2 million jobs. Said we bit me biemu ye as we bit ma 5. Then we are creating employment. And to be honest with you, this is where we have to go now. That's the avenue that we have to go. After you say, you say, your grammar education no. The MYN. Yeah, Kosuya, Chiwempo, ya beba out no. So now we are moving into a different system. After I probably be real no, obey real school no. Now say yes, semi-kurana, he's able to do something on his own. That's why we are investing so much in TVET education. Say I probably be real no, not already. Okay, hands-on skills are, or they be juma. These are areas that we are also investing. After you say, now instead of buying BBR, now buying all the contract, now a creative problem now. We are now going to allow the private sector to sign on, then government will pay little by little. And if that comes into place, KOD, we are creating a big employment for people to work in. We are setting up SME bank. KOD do tambia as a young guy. I dream be about me team 7% year production kakrabi. Me call banga collateral ye be demanded fawebra sem papa NC dan and oni asase bia adwen no come trim pe. Yes now. Go in there, there are consultants there, talk to them. Seed capital we here no, it will be offered to you so that you start something. Again, you buy and say about apprenticeship. I are there now. You ever find it serious? Even 1 year, They are doing something of that sort. But see, what are we going to do? So what's my senior high school? But person masonry. You mount the opportunity to choose a master that you want to learn with. Every month you'll be paid stipends. Every month you'll be paid. To so baby, we are your startup capital. Any tools are or the bay, then you start job our person. After creating employment, I did be my baby say, yes, say, who be here, and it is real. Say, you hear more lawyers in our district, you hear more lawyers. Say there are issues be on more, they will come in and help. Yeah, bar every district in our Constituency, our manifesto, you be recruit and I be employ 2 lawyers so that they will deal with issues that confront here. After MPP are buying say, see a bar, we are going to cut 3% of our GDP, then invest in the private sector so that they set up more companies so that it will recruit more people. Again, you see, cost of energy, a big problem among businesses. So we are introducing solar energy. Relatively, it's cheaper. What's going to do is that a cheaper energy source, no, a better cost of production above from. So it will give opportunity for to recruit and employ more people in the sector. After adia bakwa yentmin konja ho mining. So what we're going to do is that we are going to make sure we regulate the mining sector by setting up a new commissioner. They will look into a commission where it will take into consideration various stakeholders. Say if I decide to go into mining now, inquire illegal mining, but what has been stated, say I was a mayor and a mayor. In addition, you see, establishing the mineral bank. You see, also a bank mining cost effective kakra. But a do time be or no more when you give the opportunity for people, they make ends meet. And to be honest, if you go to a more legal mining now, either small scale or medium and large scale, you see the number of people more employed. Into the area, NSA. The bank will be there, and when you need loan to go into mining now, then they will give you loan, give you direction, so that you go into, so that you recruit and employ more people, so that they will help the system. These are a near ma, ye de attitude dra, ye nimse. Say Ghana for my opportunity, even though ya yebi, but we still believe, say, we can do more, because we stated, say, ye ba bemun. We can boast of 2.1 million employment opportunities I created. I'm out for years. Obviously, it will happen. But you see, we have the plans to make sure that people will be satisfied with employment.
Thank you very much. Kwame, 2 minutes wrap up, Mami.
KOD. Debbie KOD oh, Debbie KOD. Who's a team?
We have just 2 minutes. Wrap up.
KOD 1 million jobs. So-called 1 million jobs.
2.1
million. 2.1 million jobs. And unemployment fees 7% called 14%.
No, unemployment 4% in Ghana.
Now it's 4%.
It's 4% in Ghana. Under the NDC, it was 5.3%.
The last time,
which was the last time?
The last time Ghana Statistical Service published here was December, the last quarter of 2023. And I'm publishing
go and get your facts right.
February.
As we speak now, it's 4.0%. It's 4.0.
It's negative.
It's 4.0.
I'm publishing the last publication published here was in February this year.
That is
yes.
Okay.
And that February this year publication on McCain, which was in reference to the third quarter of 2023, in unemployment was 14%.
And first quarter is 4.0%.
Oh, senior.
First quarter.
Oh, and the who created 1 million jobs? Now unemployment free 7% to 14%. And you and this is Women's Bank. Asem. Na you focus on do na akoye bosiana ya debema mamefo na interest in new. But you say Women's Bank na nkasa so in itself will create a lot of employment. because every district is going to have a branch of the Women's Bank.
Which will employ women.
And yeah, say na Women's Bank na then
it's a question.
Digitization.
School, more marketing, more accountancy, banking and finance. Women's Bank na NDC di hu nkomo no. Enya bosia no go ya be ma o. E say be create space as accommodate mu.
Thank you very much.
So what I say you say your bar district bia e be Minerals Commission office ho. You bia EPA force be
have the final say.
Yes,
okay, you see, and the way I do. We don't need physical contact to do banking. So, guys, you are creating.
You are depending more on digitalization.
Yeah.
And Mosabe employee. How do we marry the two?
So why your strategy digitalization now?
You had your time. Just keep quiet.
Okay,
Ralph, Doctor
say, Nyame boa near man opportunity. Now, obey president. You don't need to carry a bag of money to buy anything that you need. You don't need a bag of money. As I know, started dancing. Credit score. Ama. You made the ABR person on your own. Obey master. And a gain employment. Now, meaning I'm there be no more cassette. Yes, 100,000 napko. You see, napko you buy unemployment situation I never honor. And yet, agree nipa to me dream to make sure say that youth na yenja more. Street so, and to be honest with you, most youth are call NAPCO no, meaning about 40% are gainfully be employed, and we are still working on it. We have what it takes. 8 months. Now NAPCO now, 8 months. 8 months.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Kwame. You didn't see Hania Sorry, but they could PCS Arbedia or no energy media. The set was in a camera no Echi at the mine. Whitney at the show no at the mine. Nana Kwame Sunday every sound and so at the MCR4 or more a boy and a nay yade Adwenkyere at the Bremiding at the Kwabena Owusu Dankwah. Yami Aduma and me Pem Besatianka. Bye bye.